Hi guys, welcome back. All right, so um, I'm doing a part 2 on the bonus message just because it was getting long and I wanted to look at our other characters. So you'll definitely want to watch part 1 before you watch this part 2, just so you can be brought up to speed. But anytime I do a part 1 and 2 for the bonus message, I always give away 2 prizes then, because I'm doing prize giveaways right now just to thank my subscribers, something I do every year. So just a quick recap, just in case you didn't watch part 1, I just want to tell you the prize winner of yesterday's giveaway was 01 Freak, like as in frequency, FREQ. So 01 Frequency, you were the one who won yesterday that little cosmic bag with one of the animal eyes and animal totem kind of eye and oracle card. So my email is right there in the description box. Just copy and paste and send me a little email that lets me know where in the world you'd like me to mail your prize to. Now, if you watch part 1, you'll see that I'm giving away something else. But now, if you are watching part 2, you have a second chance to win, to enter something different. It is still in the same theme. Like all week, we're going to be doing giveaways that have to do with animals, so like spirit animals. And it's all, I don't know what animal this is, but inside of this little purple velvet bag, there will be an animal eye. It's kind of like a little paperweight thing. I just thought they were kind of cool, kind of pretty. And that's just an example. That one is mine, but I'm not sure what animal you have in here, but there's a corresponding oracle card that goes along with it. And by the way, this one is the High Priestess. So if you are interested in winning this one, you can just write HP for High Priestess, okay? And don't forget, check back tomorrow and watch the bonus video tomorrow, because I will tell you who the winner is of this and the winner from part 1, okay? So we'll have 2 winners that I will be announcing tomorrow. All right, I'm going to put the prizes off to the side, keep those separate. Now, let's get to this message. So for part 2 on this bonus storyline, this is, we're just going to look at our Queen of Cups. She is refusing to let someone disturb her peace. Okay, so she's healed. We have that star card. She knows like the universe is like carefully holding her in the universe's arms and helping her to heal. And hang on, I just decided I want to start with this deck first. We'll still use one of the decks that I've shuffled back all the cards in that I used in part 1. But I don't know why, but I want to go with this deck first for her. Okay, so I want to know, what's she doing instead? What's going on with her? 4 of Swords. Yeah, she is still healing and she is really moving on from this person. This is somebody who's not looking back. It doesn't matter how many times that ex thinks about rushing in. She's actually really moving the opposite direction. So, I mean, this could be one of those where it's like the chaser and runner swap roles. I don't know that she ever chased this person, because what we saw in part 1 is that she pretty much said, oh no, you don't. I'm not having anybody come in to disrupt my happiness again. And the story from part 1 was kind of like she'd been put on a shelf and stored until they were ready to show back up in her life. And she understood that and said, no, that's not the way I get treated. So she's really a strong character here, advocating for like, nope, that hurt me. And that's why I won't take that back. I want to go someplace better. I don't want a relationship of misery. I don't want to be someone who is put on a shelf. I don't want to be mistreated. I don't want something that hurts my feelings. Why would I choose that for me? So she is confidently continuing to move on. She's very determined to stay silent and to not deal with that person. Okay, so we have not changed her energy vibe at all in part 2. There is no second guessing her choices. In fact, we see her like really, I don't want to say on the run, but she is truly moving forward and moving away from them. So she hears through the grapevine that they're thinking of her. Ooh, there's Gemini. Also in part 1, the Lover's card came out a couple times, which is Gemini energy. I feel like she is, unless she is a twin, who is like, I almost want to say like picking up some of the vibes from her other half. Like maybe she has a sibling who's a twin to her, and like they are giving her some great counsel. Maybe she's going to visit a sister or a brother or whoever she views as like a really great person who like she knows they've been through something similar. She has a confidant in all of this. The Gemini is it is someone who has a duality to their nature, but we could literally be talking about somebody's twin, that's very specific and that really never comes up. But someone who we call, our twin doesn't have to really be a blood relative in the way I'm using this right now. It could just be that she is moving on. It could also be that she's moving on from a person she thought of as a twin flame soulmate energy. Someone who it's like, it doesn't matter. I am separating away from this. I feel like she's moving on from this and moving toward someone who either will be a better match for her, or she's just going to go spend time with a friend, or like I say, a twin, like whether it's a legit family relationship or not. There's something here about like someone who supports her in making this choice for herself, someone who sees it, and they also are good at like giving her the other side of the, like somebody that we go to for a confidant and we say, this person, this is how they made me feel, this is how I felt about it. I don't want to have them reach out to me. And I almost feel like whoever they're talking to, explaining this to, could be giving them the other piece of it, saying, well, it's not just that you don't want that person to hurt your feelings, it's that you want to choose somebody better for yourself. I mean, that's kind of like the way a sister or a brother like really puts things in perspective, who really, loves and cares about their sibling, right? It's like, no, it's just, don't say that it's just that you want to run away from this person so they can't hurt you again. The truth is you want to run to something better because that's what you deserve. And I feel like that's more of the choice here. It's like, I'm not making a choice out of weakness or a choice out of fear. I'm making a choice out of strength. I think that's a really important message, even though I'm not really sure where that exactly comes from. We've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and we got the Magician in the reverse. So she had been saying in part one, we saw that our Queen of Cups was saying, I am so sure that I'm about to manifest something else into my life, and I don't want them to wreck my calm. I'm finally sleeping at night again. I'm finally feeling good again. I don't feel all the distress. This is interesting because if she is having some kind of conversation with, like I say, a good friend or someone that she trusts, or just saying within myself, I have the courage to make this choice. It is to say, and I've recognized one other really important thing. I'm not trying to manifest some little tiny change in my life or some little tiny breadcrumb for me. I want something big. I'm not trying to manifest just a subtle little change. I want like a mansion. If I'm going to manifest anything for myself, it's not going to be a page at all. It's not going to be like, gosh, I just hope that I can heal from this. I think she's having like that really either powerful advice that she finds within herself, or she hears it through, a friend, but it's a coming to Jesus moment here, where she's realizing, I'm not just moving away from all thoughts of them ever being allowed to talk to me again, and I'm not running from it. Yes, I'm moving on from it, but I am moving forward to something else, but it's not going to be something small. Why would I aim low? I should manifest everything for me, not little things for me. She's having a real turning point in her life about what she believes she deserves. At first, she was just trying to preserve her peace. Now we see a change in our Queen of Cups, and she is taking on this vibe within herself that says, no, I want like a really hunky, sexy, like the person who totally is like the most attractive person on earth that falls for me and I fall for them. I'm not manifesting small. I'm not manifesting, well, maybe I'll meet somebody who will kind of like me enough to kind of be friends with me. And, maybe I'll never have like a really great romance, but, maybe I can at least have some placid connection. And I feel like she was almost in danger of basically aiming too low. She's only been focused on, can I just heal from this? I know something better is out there. I know I'm on the cusp of change, but I think this person, finding out that this person was trying to like reach out to her, get back into her energy field somehow, kind of turned up the heat on her. And she said, no, I don't want to hear from them at all. And you know what? I think I'm done playing life small. I don't want something little. Why would I manifest just barely getting myself healed? Why don't I manifest something huge? Ooh, I like her vibe. She's like spicy. She's going big or going home. Like that's the attitude. Oh, 3 of Swords. Three of Swords. Okay, hold on. She might just now be recognizing Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. She's getting a little spicier about everything that has happened also. It's like, you know what? It was a big fatty betrayal that I went through. And that's why I deserve a big fatty payout now. Like what I went through, dude, I deserve a heck of a lot better. And not only that, but like, why did I ever give any of my energy to something that was like this? I almost feel like she's counting things up and saying, you know what? And this really isn't the first joker who's betrayed me. Maybe I need to make some significant changes in what I ask for. Okay, so she's basically having a little, like I said, the coming to Jesus moment with the universe and saying, universe, wait a minute. I haven't been asking for enough, have I? I just realized I've been aiming way too low because I keep ending up with heartbreaks. I've had maybe 3 of them. Why would I work toward healing just so I could take in one more heartbreak? Hail to the no. I'm not taking that in again. Ooh, this Queen of Cups is on like a whole new vibe. Okay, so she may be becoming an archer. This is Sagittarian energy. It came out just a little sideways, but I only read these cards in the upright when they are the zodiac cards. The most important thing is that as an archer, she wants to hit a bullseye. She knows what she wants. This is like, I will go after what I want when we have Pisces. So this Queen of Cups is really after an emotionally fulfilling, balanced, incredible romance. She wants to fully explore all the facets of her character with whomever her next mate will be. Now, I don't even know if this is all just about romance. I feel like the majority of this storyline is saying she's realized that she's allowed herself to accept a lot less than she was worth, maybe in multiple areas of life. And now she sets her sights on what she wants, something that, the Pisces is the, image of the 2 fish swirling around each other. And of course we have 2 feminines here. Could be somebody who is like wanting to meet their mate or their match in a same-sex connection. Doesn't have to be. This could just represent the different sides of her character. She's realizing, you know what? I've kept my warrior side suppressed for a little too long. Because this is, an archer is more like a little bit of a badass, right? But also still tempered with this sensitivity and this gentleness and emotions, but also fire. So she's fire and water rolled into one now. She's not this passive queen. She's not somebody who has all this love to give, and maybe someday she'll meet someone who will let her give to them. She's like, screw that. I'm going to choose the person that I feel spicy about, the person that I want, and the person that I think is worthy of me. I want an emotionally satisfying relationship where I have a mate and a match, somebody who is totally different. I think that this is less about romance, though, and more about her change in perspective with how she sees herself, what she's deserving of, and what she will have. We got a Hanged Man in the reverse, and we got the Scorpio in the reverse. Okay, in part 1, we had Scorpio all over the place in that reading. The Hanged Man here says, I am done waiting. Now, as I mentioned, I don't actually read the horoscope cards in the reverse at all. So the Scorpio is still technically upright. I think this is the major change in her. This is, we saw a Scorpio, we literally saw 2 scorpions stinging in one of the cards from part 1. And I gotta say, this is not to say that she's now going to be someone who is going to be cold-hearted in love, but there is a certain amount of like, love can sting. But here's the thing, I'm not a victim. And with the Scorpio energy here, there's also something about like the rebirth, the renewal. And it's like, she's really in a new energy vibe for herself. Okay, let's go back to the deck that we used in part 1, primarily for her. I just wondered, what's the shift in her? What's the change? Well, everything has changed in her. She's got this attitude now that says, I haven't asked for enough. I will do that from now on. We got a Chariot still in the reverse, and we got a 4 of Cups still upright. Both of these came out in part 1. I think that this is like, I will never again go toward or give my loyalty to anything that would disappoint me. I think this is her big message. Now, this came out before in part one, when we were talking about them and why she doesn't want to be with them. Well, now she's saying, I know that I will not, because the placement of these is different now. So it has a slightly different meaning. I will never give my loyalty or energy towards something, or keep pushing towards something, or traveling toward something that is not actually making me happy. Why would I? I'm bored with all of that. We got a 9 of Cups. She got new energy. She's got a new attitude. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I want to use the word like fat cat. But, you know, the term fat cat means like, you know, somebody really wealthy. I feel like that is the way to reference this. She is in this state of huge emotional abundance, emotional satisfaction. She's a quote unquote fat cat when it comes to that kind of abundance in her life now. She is choosing things that make her happy, and like her life is becoming richer for it. Okay. I'm not talking about anybody's weight here. I'm talking about the wealth of emotional experiences. This may be the first time she has ever put her own happiness first and used that to guide her. Like, does this person make me happy? Does this experience make me happy? Does this energy in my life make me happy? Because if it doesn't, out it goes. I'm not going to feel compelled like, well, I have to keep, you know, she's dating somebody online or whatever. If I don't want to keep writing to them, I can just say, hey, thanks. It was nice meeting you, but I'm not interested. I don't know that she would have been the type who would have done that before. Death card and 2 of Wands. All of the choices now belong to her. This might be the first time in her life she's ever just focused on, here's that transformation. Here's that Scorpio energy again. She peeled everything down to the bare bones, and she found that she connects with her own heart better than before, and she's allowing herself to have choices that she never had before. I almost think that there could also be a second storyline here where, with all that Scorpio energy we saw in the first part, and like, you know, ending one thing so something else can be rebirthed, this could actually represent she is meeting someone very similar to the person from part one that she will not have back. She is meeting someone that could be similar to them, but entirely different. Someone who maybe has even followed a lot of the situation that she has gone through. They could be a lot like her. They could also have reinvented themselves and said, you know what, I make choices for me now. She may meet this person while she's on this new energized journey. And I say that because you notice both of these cats are like playing with the same ball of yarn that's actually the world. It's as if these two people have an opportunity to choose one another. But this is a different person. But this may be someone who is so similar to what she went through, and also somehow similar, like lived a parallel experience to what she went through, where they were, you know, basically their heart was put on a shelf and someone kind of messed them around, and they finally said, why would I have ever accepted this? Why didn't I not ask for more from myself? I deserve more happiness. I just feel like if she's meeting somebody now that she wants to choose, they also want to choose her. These two could be very different, but also very much the same, because they look at the world in the same way, and they both know whomever I choose is because I genuinely choose them, and it'll be something that is satisfying. I won't ever feel pressured to say yes. I won't ever feel like I have to wait. I will feel like it's me who makes choices for me. It's just interesting because I don't look at this at all like the light and the shadow side. I look at this as two vastly different individuals who happen to, I mean, look at even their physical size is about the same. You know, we can meet somebody who, maybe this is somebody from a totally different culture, and yet the stuff that they see the world through the same eyes, and those fundamental life lessons that they have learned. So this could be someone who is like a perfect harmonious match. They could come from a different culture. They could look different. They could be, darker complected to her, lighter, or vice versa. And the two of them share this common vision of experiences and how that shaped them in life. They choose one another. This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. And they never forget that the choice belongs to them. There's a huge sense of freedom in all of this. Let's get one last one and we'll wrap this up. This is literally the maker of the deck, right? Or excuse me, the name of the deck, Grimmelkin's Curious Cats. To me, I'm going to call this the universe card. I'm going to refer to this as the origin card. They are in charge of whatever they choose to make of their lives. Just like this is the name of the deck. This is what I would call the grand card, the maker. This is like we are master of our own universe. We get to decide what's right for us. There's a huge sense of power in this story. So I have to say, meeting someone who is every bit as powerful as she is has perhaps been the purpose of all of this. But first she had to get to the point where she would never accept less than what she authentically wanted. You know, why aim low? Always aim for what you authentically want instead of accepting so much less than what you're worth or less than what you want. That's like the big takeaway message, because we are masters of our own universe. Very nice, very fun story, very powerful and empowered. It's really nice. All right, you guys, thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for liking this video, sharing, subscribing, all that jazz. As always, I'm a storyteller, not a psychic, so do bear that in mind as you listen to my free art. Thank you guys again for being here, and I will be putting out some Zodiac videos after this, okay? So everybody have a beautiful afternoon, and I will see you again in a couple hours. Bye.